I wrote it in, and they were even better the second shift. And then I kept doing it, and then I realized about, I don't know, 10 working days later, that they were looking forward to it. And they'll be sitting in the back of the concrete box like a couple of kids, figuring out what they were going to do or what it was going to be.
And they were best friends. I mean, I would say that if I look at the circle of mates that Tony had, I would definitely say that Bill Laurie is his best friend.
I would say he was the leader, because he was more sparkling than I am. I'm basically a quiet person. I might come across in my commentary, but Greggy was always bubbly and enthusiastic. Like the morning when we went to the car, he said, "Righto, Bull, what's on today?" You know, you all go. He's bigger than Texas. He was 6 foot tall, 6'6", blonde hair, reasonably good looking, wonderful voice for television. And he was just ideal for Channel 9.
There's an old saying that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So when Greg and Bill became in the 1980s the inspiration for the 12th Man tapes, the pair were quickly elevated to cult status.
Tony thought it was absolutely wonderful. In fact, I mentioned it at his funeral. Tony thought the 12th Man was the best thing since sliced bread. We'd drive along, he'd have it on, and he'd laugh, and he'd laugh, say, "Listen, who do you think that is? Who do you think that is?" And somebody grunted in the background, "You know where that is, don't you?" And he just loved it.
Bill and Tony played up that sort of niggling each other kind of thing over the years. And so that's when I found out Bill Laurie was a pigeon fancier. Such a strange word, isn't it, a fancier? Sounds inappropriate. But anyway, he's one day they're waiting for Craig McDermott or someone to take 3 hours to get back to his run-up, and the camera pans down, there's a bunch of seagulls on the SCG with one pigeon. And there's just, the silence as there usually is in the cricket coverage, and then Tony will say, "Well, Bull, this is your sphere of expertise. What's that? Is that anything extraordinary, or is it just your garden variety?" No, nothing. That's just your garden variety pigeon there, Tony.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
That's what's called a mongrel, black checker.
So I did a bit of research and found out that Bill was a pigeon breeder, fancier, and he raced pigeons and whatever. So I decided to have Bill's pigeons make an appearance. And